Hey guys, welcome back to Unknown. So today we are going to be using the most pieces to build a fully functional motorized car. So for the 50-piece challenge and for this challenge we're using the same bunch of mixed pieces, but we did not mention which bunch of mixed pieces we'll use. So I'm going to read out the set numbers or the instructions and leave it in the description too if you're going to catch all of them, and they'll be appearing on your screen right now. So first goes 42073, 42057, 42071, 42074, 4095, 4058, and that's it. So first thing we'll show you is some time lapses and how we made the model. Right now we don't have the model, although we have completed it. Now we either won't tell you if we have completed it or not, so you have to watch the video to find out. First we'll show you the time lapses and how we made the model. Second, we'll show you all the features of the model, and we made some side things like some minifig accessories and everything like that. So we'll show you that at the end of the video. So the first thing we did was make a chassis. Now we went with a different design because the axle was going to be very long. So we took some of these axle connectors and we connected the axles, and we left space for the axle connectors, and then we attached the motor onto the chassis just on the back of it, right next to the wheel, because we had different system which we're going to show you later in the video when I'm showing the features of the most pieces challenge car we made. So we started making a chassis and we made sure that there were no holes in it, and we made it as strong as possible.
So then we started making a steering system and added it to the main chassis.
Very complicated thing. We had a very large gap in between and we didn't have enough beams to cover it up. So we used some very large axles to reinforce it, and we used some bushes so the connection would be stronger than the normal connectors we have, like the long blue ones and the short black ones. So then we added the battery box on.
Since we had so much space left, we created a seat which could eject the Lego minifig and invert some seats.
So then Rian thought the idea of making pistons, because I anyways forgot about where to make pistons. So since we had a large hole in the back but not in the forefront, there was just some space back for some reason, and then we decided to add the pistons over there, and it was a side-to-side one, so there was one here and one here, and they're operating during the normal piston fan. once the mall was almost done, there was one problem. First problem, we didn't use half the pieces, we used less than half the pieces. Second problem, that the steering system was working, but it was not foolproof as we were using an air motor to operate it, so it didn't work out. We were using a worm gear and stuff like that, and it wasn't foolproof, so we broke the whole thing. Now we started going to a new mall, and this new mall was the one we actually completed. So we made the mall in the second try. Now again, I won't tell you if we have used all the pieces or not. You will hardly see anything from the empty bags we have. I could hide pieces underneath. So I'll just mention the rules now. We went for using no servo motors or extension wires. So we made very hard. We had to use a steering system with air motor, and we couldn't use any extension wires to example the battery boxes here and the motors here. We cannot use any extension wires to connect them. The same steering system from the before mall, because I didn't want to rebuild the steering system. We are using a steering system from this website I found. I'll link it in the description of this video. It was a NXT steering rover, and I really like the steering system because it did not need to use any of those, what pieces are they called again? Yeah, there's those pieces which are like strips of gear. So that's what we didn't use and we didn't have, so I went with that steering system. We used the same steering system and we connected it to our main chassis. So then they are left, and one more thing, we didn't do it all in one day. This was the first time it didn't come, and I thought I'd pick up the mall and start working on it. But then I thought of filling in the gaps which was in the front, which we made a mistake last time, because the long axles were very good, but it wasn't the thing we were looking for. So I started filling them up with random beams I found, and you'll see that soon in the video as it goes. And I added these beams, and I started fixing the system of the driving. I added some seats for the minifigs, and I did some tiny changes. I had to move some things, and I started working on the decoration. No. Yeah, we did 15 again. Now since we're wasting a lot of time narrating, we're actually going to close this off with one last thing to say.
Then we added a lot of decoration.
Yes, we actually added a lot of decoration in the mall and did some things here and there, and we're done with the mall. model we made. You may notice something that we did not tell you. And here is the front view. Here is the other side view. Yeah, so instead of showing you all the angles, I'm gonna play a small clip of many pictures and stuff like that. We're going to show you all the features of the large most pieces car challenge. So we still won't tell you if we have completed the challenge, but we'll just show you. So this is the remote. It works with a joystick. I'll leave a link up here. You can probably see it somewhere up there. So there's a separate stand and there's a remote. We'll get back on this after I show the features of this. So we'll keep it on the side for now. I'll leave a link. It must be up here somewhere. So this is a side project. We had to use some pieces. So this can be converted into this long vehicle too, which will come in later. And there's a small minifig. So the side things will come later. First we will show you features. If you only want to know about this will come first. Then if you want to know about all of this what we made, that'll come later. So first thing, the main feature which you may have not noticed from the pictures are that there are two minifigs, and I can even move the seats using one finger. So there's a special mechanism over here. So I made this so I can get good grip. I can move the two minifigs. And there's a working steering wheel. The steering wheel moves as the wheel moves. So example, I turn it on using this. So you can see how that works. Turn it on. Use the joystick. And the steering wheel moves. We're going to show you the wheels and the pistons.
So then the pistons over here, we made a special mechanism without getting any other like special things from Lego.
Yes, so we have this thing to block our gear system. Now we can show it easily.
So then here we attach the pistons to the main axle which runs all the wheels. We added a bit decoration over here where we kept an engine sticker.
Typically it's the thing from one of the sets I showed in the starting of the video, and we kept it here so it looks good because this is what powers the whole vehicle.
So then we just kept these extra wheels from the other set. I think you've seen it in one.
Yes, so it's been in many different sets. We have 8 of these wheels. We've been using them, one for the joystick and stuff like that. So we wanted it to be very nice, so it's actually like that. So it's stuck together, so we won't have any problem with that. So we kept the mini wheel, and we have this nice system for carrying the wheels. So we keep the mini wheel over here, then we keep this wheel system. Now remember, these are not attached, these are different pieces, but they don't even fit in. The rubber actually does not do anything. It just fits in there, and there's a gap which is occupied by the mini wheel. There. So that's how you can keep the wheels. Now we also have this tiny car here. We like to call it the emergency vehicle. Now the chassis on this is just something I found somewhere. Or else this is pretty easy to make. It runs pretty smoothly. That's the emergency car which we keep right over the battery box. I'm going to show you under the car. So we have this thing over here. If you see, that's there, which can actually lift up. I'll show it now, and you can see how we kept the pistons over here. So that's how they are. There's not enough ground clearance and it's not protected. So if there's any thing which is going over here, it will interfere with the pistons. Now, over here, just to show you that we actually covered everything, we always forget, which is at the bottom, there's this feature over here that it can lift up like that. I can come out. So that was supposed to be a wheel stopper, but it does move with the wheels, so it doesn't serve its function. But it's pretty cool that the bottom can actually lift up like that. There's one place where all the decoration is, which is this big thing. It's actually kind of, there's too much width decoration, so it's actually bending a bit. So it's resting on the battery box itself, and it houses all of the decoration, most of the decoration. So we'll just remove it to show you how much decoration this is housing. Yeah. So that's also the decoration we had. Now the car looks even better. So it was balancing on this thing, and now since the big decoration piece is moved, I can show you all the features better. So we wanted to make the minifigs get off the car too. So there's this special way that over here it's empty right here. So when I use this and I push them, the wheel acts as a stopper. Sorry, the white thing acts as a stopper. So only one person can get out at a time, and none of them interact with anything over here and get squished. So the minifig gets out over here, and there's this pathway. So that pathway also blocks the guard minifig coming inside. And the eye receiver is right here, right next to where they can get off from. There's enough space to get off. And talking about this decoration, it's a very different piece, and it's actually supposed to stay on the same level because this brick was going to slide over, but that did not work out. Now we have the large sails. We had to use these sails from the racing yard, which is shown in the first part of this video, somewhere in the narration, where we show all the set numbers. If you missed that part, you can go and check it out. So we had to use these sails. So I thought instead of folding them and ruining them, we could use them how they are. So there's a fire piece right here, and there's a large fan on top, and it has the decoration of red and white as the stickers are. So that moves pretty good. Sails work. There's this axle over here. It's not connected to anything, but it's just there as decoration, so it looks like it's being held fully. This is not held on anything, only these 3 points, and this is also very much removable. Okay, that's the sails we have. Is the model of the removed hub. We have this fire and some steering wheel over there for decoration. A lot of junk here. Now I won't go too much detail into the junk because it's really no use, but just to use all the pieces we had to do this. Now we have this tiny thing over here, this thing which supposed to come out, piece which is belonging somewhere over here. Now this actually belongs to the green car. So the thing with the green car is that when you move it, it works pretty well, but if you move it without the chassis, it can move, it can easily move. But when you keep the chassis on, there are some problems with the ground clearance. So Ryanj came up with this idea of keeping this over here, so there won't be any ground clearance issue, and it even looks better with this. 2 gears, the gear contraption we made, which actually work with the remote control stand here. So if we keep it, it can actually move. So we have these things. So if I just take this and I keep it in between like that, and the second one, 2, so if I keep the remote You can see how it moves using those gears. So it can be a portable remote control stand. And one more thing about the remote is we're just using this large wheel here to activate the remote. The actual version is very different. Now this wheel can actually rotate like this, it can spin. But in the actual version, it cannot do that. So if you want to check out the actual version, I'll link it in the description. It is some other person's video which I got an idea to, and I did my own changes to it. Now we're going to show you the last part, which is the car, and it basically uses only one beam. So I can remove this, which is the main wheel system. So I can attach it to this large one over here. And this car works. So now we're going to show you how fast this goes compared to that. So I'm going to show you how fast the car moves. Ramp test. We'll see if the car can go up the ramp or not. And it cannot go up the ramp. The motor is fully doing its job, and it can go up about half the ramp. So that's still pretty good for this much of weight. Next test is the ground test. Now you finally get to know if we use all the pieces and if it can move. This was what the challenge is. We've been waiting for this moment. And okay, wait, let me just remove the blocker 1 second. Yep, there. Now go. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Yes, and it moves. The large car moves. And yeah, you want to tell the viewers how many pieces did we use?
All of the pieces.
Yes, so we did do the most piece challenge. Till now we've done 3 Lego challenges and we passed all of them. So thank you for watching this video. If you really enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit the bell. So the unknown is being fully renovated from boring videos. We're gonna have a new logo, new channel banner, new intro, and for the first time we have music, and they were all in this video. So if you really like it, please like this video and
Subscribe here. Our Lego playlist here.
yeah, so that's our Sharon series playlist over there. And video over here, this is the stop motion origami video which I posted a few days ago. Thank you.